Hi there, welcome to my Let's Play of Human Resource Machine by Tomorrow Corporation, the latest indie game by the developers of World of Goo and Little Inferno. Now, Human Resource Machine is a pretty sensible, smart, clever puzzler game. If you've done any computer programming, you'll recognise immediately that it follows the basics of programming. Even if you haven't done any programming, that's fine. It's a little logical, mathematical puzzler, and you can have a lot of fun with it. Like the other games these guys have made, World of Goo and Little Inferno, you'll find there's a dark backstory lurking. So let's have a look. We start off in the mail room. We're a little hapless employee. I'll see what I've done. Okay, now your dude has been assigned tasks. He's been told, okay, you're in the mail room, you've got to get everything from the input, put it on the output. He figures he's a smart guy and he can automate this and make his job simpler. So, what we need to do is sequence together commands. If we get something from the inbox, you'll see he runs and grabs it. Of course, he didn't do anything else because we didn't tell him to do anything else. So we'll put it on the outbox. Okay, so now he gets it, runs over there, but he didn't do enough for us. Okay, so let's do it 3 times. And we can speed up. Okay, copied everything from the inbox over to the outbox. And at the end of every level, we also have challenges. How many steps did we have in our code? And how fast did our code run? Now, it gets more complex as we go on. In fact, that program there, if you think about it, is an optimal because we wrote a program that got a bit of input, put on the output, bit of input, put on the output, bit of input, put on the output. But what if we had 4 pieces of input, or 5 or 6? So our program doesn't cater for every scenario. Now, here's a similar one. We have the same problem. We've got to get everything from the inbox, drop it in the outbox. We also have a new command, jump. So let's check out this first. I've already put this long sequence here. This will handle 16 items. If we run it, it does what we want. We had more than we needed, which was fine. But look at that. Whoa, 32 commands. Can we do it in 3? Of course, speed challenge. That was pretty good. But let's go back and see if we can make it a smaller bit of code. So, we'll use the new jump command. Okay, so we get something from the inbox, put it in the outbox, and jump back to the start. So that means we're going to do it over and over and over and over and over again. And this is a better program now because it doesn't matter if there's 1 item or 2 or 200 or 5 million. It'll do it for as many items as we need. Again, I'll speed them up. You can see our program code, so we're doing this step, this step, this step, this step. Now in this case, we have done it in 3 steps, in 3 instructions. But you'll notice that it's actually slower than the other program because we every time round we're taking 3 instructions, whereas before when we copied it from the input, put in the output, that only took 2 instructions. So the program is a bit slower, even though it's more compact. So these challenges, you'll notice there's a comment here, in many cases not possible to optimize both simultaneously with one solution. And there's an example of it already in level 2, where you have to have 2 different programs if you want to get both the challenges. Oops, accidentally ran again, that's fine. These other command boxes here allow you to stop your code, stop your program if it's in the infinite loop, and step back and forward through it as well. So you can try and debug what's going on. Instead of just running it really, really fast, you can slow it down. Now, as we go through the levels, we get more and more instructions we can learn, we can use. In this particular case, our input machine's broken, and he's saying, look, just ignore the inbox and put these in the outbox. So the word bug, or the letters B-U-G, I should say. So we've got an instruction which allows us to copy something that's on the floor. So we'll put that on the outbox. We'll copy again from here, and we'll put that in the outbox. And we'll copy again from here, and we'll put that in the outbox. And we've done it. Although, mind you, this program only works if we want this box, and this box in that order. But for now, that's fine, and that's what we've been asked for, and that's what we do. And we did it. Now, in this case, there is no other solution. So, surely we've hit both goals. There's no other choice. There's no other way you could do this using those commands. I'll show you one more level before we get to coffee time and the backstory sort of comes in. Okay, now in this case we want to grab the first two things from the inbox and drop them into the outbox in the reverse order. So we want, instead of putting 3 and 6 over there, we'll put 6 and 3, then W and F, then 6 and 4. We have a new instruction, copy 2. So let's get something from the inbox, and we'll put in this little box here. So we'll put it on the floor, then we'll go back to the inbox and say, okay, give me the second thing, put that straight on the outbox. So if we got 3, we'd put it there, then we go back, get 6, put it there. Now of course we want to get 3 again and put it on the output. So this time we'll copy from 0, put it on the outbox, and we'll do it all over and over and over again. Okay. Now, after every so many levels you get a little break, and the break is where the story comes in. Everything starts off innocently enough.
Back to work, everyone.
Okay, back to work. Wait, what's happening?
Regions of the city continue to experience power failure. Local authorities are investigating.
Okay, so the puzzles go on, and as you can see, go on, and even have little branches, so you're not stuck. If you get stuck on a level, there's a couple of options you have. But anyway, as we go on, now they get a bit tougher. So you can see here, even though I've solved these puzzles, I haven't yet made an optimal solution either for size or speed. Or in some cases, I've optimised for one but not the other, and I need to come back to it. So this is the furthest that I've gone so far, is to level 26, small divide, and I'll show you this. By this time we have a lot of instructions. Okay, inbox and outbox you know, copy from, copy to you know, jump you know, but we can also add and subtract numbers, and in fact the program gets us to use those for multiplication, and we also do division in this particular case, bump, plus and minus, add and remove just one from a value, our jump that we know, but this time a conditional jump only if the value we're currently holding is 0, or jump if the value we're currently holding is negative. And also we can have labels, which allow us to just put a little bit of just a little note in our code, either as a comment or just to help us remember what that bit of code is. And you might need that because you can see it begins to get a bit complex. I've got all sorts of jumps, things like that. Now this particular problem, for each two things in the inbox, how many times does the second fully fit into the first? So, in other words, if we got 7 and 3, how many times does 3 fit into 7? The answer to that is twice. How many times does it fully fit? Because 3 times 2 3s is 6 with 1 left over. Okay, so it fits fully twice. 4 fits into 8 fully 2 times. 9 doesn't fit into 3 at all, so that answer should be 0. And not sure what the numbers are there. So we're expecting 2, 2, 0. I'll just run it, and I'll run it really quick. So you can see I've got all sorts of little steps going on, a counter. Okay, we've got 2, we've got 2, okay, we've got 0, and we've got 0 because whatever the other number was there. Now, in this particular case, there must be a better way of doing the program, and a faster way as well. But anyway, that's you can see that you've got a lot of little challenges there. It's very clever. you know, I like this one here. We calculate Fibonacci numbers. For those who don't know Fibonacci numbers, it's a mathematical sequence where you start off with 1, 1, and each subsequent number is the sum of the two immediately before it. So 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 3 is 5, 3 and 5 is 8, 5 and 8 is 13, and so on. In this problem, for each thing in the inbox, send to the outbox a full Fibonacci sequence up to, but not exceeding that value. So if we had the number 18, then we would expect that our output should be 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. But it won't be 21 because that's higher than the number we have. And you can see here as well that our boxes on the floor still exist, but you can label them. So I've labelled these boxes count, next number, numbers 1, 2, 0, just to help us, you know, just to help it make sense, because your program code begins to get pretty complex. See all the little steps we're doing to get through it. Done. Now there must be a solution which uses less steps, but mine was actually fast, which was pretty good. Okay, so that's a human resource machine, and you know the story that we see in the coffee breaks does get a bit dark. So there's employee morale insertions, about a beach paradise. I'll show you the one I've just seen, Midnight Petroleum. Here's where it's beginning to get a bit spooky. Okay, here we are on night shift, sipping our coffee, looking out at the sky, looking at the moon rising. Or is it? And what do you think of those eyes? Googles evolve into. Okay, well, what a big moon. Wait! Whoa. Okay, spooky stuff, eh? Well, anyway, that's Human Resource Machine. Now, there's more levels to go. I haven't solved. I've got to this point so far, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where the story takes me. I'm looking forward to doing more puzzles. I'm looking forward to seeing what more commands that I get, and eventually to ending the program. And you know, it's a pretty clever game. This is a thinking game. You can't get to the end by just blasting your way through the levels. Instead, the only solution here, the only way to get through, is to logically and calmly, you know, think about each puzzle and work out the series of steps to automate it. Anyway, I hope you have fun. That's Human Resource Machine. Thank you.